Transformers Legacy Evolution. A cool name for an even cooler toy line. Though I still think Evo Fusion was a bit of a stretch as a feature, it didn't stop the designers from giving us some absolute bangers for figures in this line. This might be the hardest list I've ever written, and if you were to ask me tomorrow to write it again, it might look a little different because this line was just win after win. But enough nonsense. Let's get to it. I really like Lio Convoy in robot mode. I want to like him in beast mode, as I love a good lion transformer. But his lion head is just so sad looking. He just has this expression like someone brought cupcakes to his office, but by the time he got to the break room, they were all gone. Overall, he's not a bad figure though. Interesting transformation, packed with features, and as I said, he nails the robot mode perfectly. Show of hands, whose surprise twin cast made the list? No one? Yeah, me neither. Despite owning 4 copies of this mold, I still like it. It's honestly a great figure. The twin cast version will always be special to me, though I do wish they had at least given him the ability to hold 2 cassettes like the original. The Eject Rewind mold is one of the best cassettes we've gotten in this scale, though I'm starting to wish they had just gone solid plastic from the start. An entire subline devoted to Generation 2? Yes, please! Such a shame I couldn't find most of it. I did get Jazz, though. This takes the Studio Series 86 Jazz and gives it an outrageous deco that I am all here for. I'll admit, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't the actual G2 colors, but in hand, this figure is really the eyesore I never knew I needed in my life. I love obscure Japanese characters getting the spotlight, and Metal Hawk was at the top of my list of figures I'd be over the moon to get. Basing him on the Cyclonus mold was genius in my opinion, and while it doesn't quite nail the perfection that was Cyclonus, it's still an amazing figure. The changes that were made were clearly done with love for the character, as they easily could have just swapped heads and called it a day. Instead, we got an extensive retool and new accessories to really make this release its own. The Origins figures are absolute proof that we are in a golden age of Transformers toys. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd be getting toys of these one-off Cybertronian designs. And while Bumblebee was cool, he had a lot of compromises made for the robot mode. Jazz, on the other hand, is almost perfect. I love the details on this figure, and I am always amazed when I transform it how he manages to compress so perfectly into that little Cybertronian car mode. I do cringe every time I have to get that transparent plastic windshield past the hood of the car, though.
Become a channel member today and... No! I am not saying that!
Scourge, you promised!
Become a channel member today, and you will make me the happiest butt on Earth.
That was great! Thanks, man!
I'm going to destroy you in your sleep.
Tarn is one of those pipe dreams I never thought we'd see a toy of, mainly because he was from the comics. But here we are with a brand new mold dedicated to the character, and it's actually a pretty damn good toy. I think the most amazing thing about this figure, besides its general existence, is how well they managed to capture Tarn's look in toy form. He does come across a bit skinny, but the trade-off is a clean and impressive robot mode with virtually zero kibble, and a fairly accurate tank mode. Though, admittedly, it's frustrating that there's no wheels to roll on, so he just kind of scrapes along. I still like him, though. I truly did not think I would want animated Prowl. Don't get me wrong, I love Transformers Animated, but images of this figure didn't really sell me much. Once I got it in hand, I started to really appreciate the toy, though. The colors are great. The weapons are... okay. But the posability is just off the chain, and exactly what you want from this slick Cyber Ninja warrior. The head sculpt is a bit too G1ized, but it's not bad. It just takes away some of the seriousness that is animated Prowl and makes him a bit goofy. The transformation is slick, and I like the vehicle mode a lot. This being probably my favorite version of Prowl the character, Sorry, fanholes. I'm glad I finally have a version of him that's not a Legends class. I just love Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. He takes a great Megatron design and just makes it a collector's toy. It is a shame that he lacks some of the original's gimmicks, like the Hidden Blade and a Minicon, but honestly, it's an amazing sculpt with a fantastic and fun vehicle mode, and I love it. I know it's weird to get excited over the generic bots like Needlenose, but honestly, it goes back to my youngest days as a fan. Transformers were on the way out when I got into them, so these generic non-show characters were my jam, and it makes me so happy to see them get new forms 40 years later. Needlenose is just a damn good toy, and if you don't have him, you should be looking for him. Or his upcoming repaint. Armada Optimus Prime was robbed in my top 10 of 2023 list, but here he is at the top of this one. This should not be a surprise to anyone, really. What a fantastically fun figure to fuss with. He's just packed with play value. Not as much as the original, but really, I'm fine with ditching gimmicky things like the auto transform if it means I can pose him in super mode. I do wish he had come with Sparkplug though. It'd be cool if they released a core class 2-pack of Sparkplug and Leader 1 at some point. But this figure is fantastic and looks amazing on the shelf, so I'm good. There you have my top 10 Legacy Evolution figures. Legacy has been the gift that keeps on giving, with some amazing releases each year. Let me know who your favorite Legacy Evolution figure was in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other top 10s on the channel. If you missed the last one, definitely go check out the Power of the Primes line, as I'm running a likes challenge on it. But for now, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, definitely thanks for subscribing. Until next time, stay happy.